Early builders in Brisbane had to solve a serious problem: the relentless subtropical heat. Their solution was the Queenslander. The design works with the environment rather than fighting it. Elevated stumps allow cross breezes to flow constantly beneath the floorboards, while deep, wide verandas cast protective shade over the core living areas. Today, these historic timber frames are taking on new lives. Across the city, they are repurposed into boutique law firms, art galleries, and bustling hospitality venues. Transitioning a family residence into a commercial hub increases the physical load on the structure. Hundreds of daily visitors and continuous year-round occupancy introduce levels of wear and grime that the original residential design was not built to absorb. Keeping a high-traffic business sanitary requires rigorous, frequent cleaning. Yet, applying the aggressive sanitation methods used on modern concrete to century-old timber threatens to destroy the very architectural fabric that makes these buildings valuable in the first place. The greatest threat to these buildings is in the air. Brisbane's year-round humidity and seasonal downpours act as a constant, invisible antagonist attacking the timber. This chart tracks relative humidity against wood moisture content. When it crosses the 28% line, the fiber saturation point, timber enters a critical danger zone. Above this threshold, dormant threats wake up. A branching network of rot begins to rapidly consume the cellulose. Now, consider a standard commercial pressure washer, firing water at 3,000 pounds per square inch. When blasted against a heritage facade, it forces water straight past microscopic cracks in aging paint and directly into the porous hardwood. Subjecting a heritage Queenslander to the abrasive maintenance routine of a concrete office block actively pushes the timber past its saturation point. This approach weaponizes the climate against the structure, demanding an entirely different philosophy of preservation. Protecting these structures requires a methodical approach, governed by the Burra Charter, the strict doctrine developed by Australia ICOMOS to guide heritage conservation. This diagram outlines the operational hierarchy of that doctrine. Maintenance forms the broad base and is always the preferred first step. Repair sits in the middle tier, utilized only when necessary, while full restoration is reserved as an absolute last resort at the peak. In practice, this means a commercial cleaning operation begins long before any water touches the wood. It starts as a rigorous diagnostic survey. Technicians use non-invasive pin-type meters across the weatherboards and interior VJ-lined walls, mapping out internal moisture levels to locate active rot hiding beneath the paint. They tap the timber lightly with small hammers, a percussion test to listen for the dull thud of hollow, degraded wood. They also test the original layers for pre-1970s lead paint to ensure cleaning won't release airborne biohazards. Under these principles, a commercial cleaner operates as a building custodian. They gather exhaustive data to protect the original architectural fabric, ensuring the structure is biologically sound before attempting to alter its surface. When it is finally time to clean the exterior, destructive pressure is replaced by a specialized method known as soft washing. This technique drops the water pressure well under 500 psi. Instead of utilizing brute force, it relies on biodegradable cleaning solutions formulated specifically to break down organic matter without harsh corrosive chemistry. Technicians use soft bristle brushes to carefully lift dirt out of the deep shadow lines of delicate chamfer boards and VJ-lined walls. This slow, methodical mechanical process leaves the fragile edge of the original paint completely intact. For intricate and extremely fragile architectural details, the use of low-temperature steam, kept strictly under 65 degrees Celsius, gently dissolves heavy grime. This vapor lifts decades of dirt, from delicate lead-light windows, timber lattice screens, and original corrugated iron details, completely avoiding the splintering impact of concentrated water jets. By replacing abrasive force with controlled chemistry, precise temperatures, and careful timing, custodians achieve modern commercial sanitation while leaving centuries-old finishes intact. Maintaining the surface is only a temporary victory if the building's underlying environmental balance is broken. Long-term survival relies entirely on managing environmental moisture. Original Queenslanders depended on a continuous draft beneath the floorboards. However, modern commercial modifications, like extensive deck additions or enclosed ground floor reception areas, block this vital cross-ventilation system. This cross-section shows the resulting airflow disruption. fresh breezes enter, but turn stagnant against solid enclosures. Combined with sagging gutters or failing ant caps, this creates a humid, destructive microclimate trapped directly under the floorboards. If the architecture is choked off from its airflow, it cannot stabilize its internal equilibrium. Under those conditions, the most meticulous surface cleaning will ultimately fail to stop the encroaching rot. Clearing blocked vents, maintaining vapor-permeable barriers, and carefully soft-washing the facade all serve a single overriding purpose: returning the building to its natural equilibrium. These meticulous maintenance choices matter deeply because of the sheer volume of water these structures face. Brisbane is a river city, defined by heavy rains and intense humidity that continuously test the endurance of everything built here. Property managers and specialized cleaning teams operate as frontline historical stewards, fighting the elements to keep the city's architectural lineage intact. By utilizing precise, non-abrasive conservation techniques, they ensure these historic commercial spaces remain standing, living, breathing structures capable of enduring for generations to come.